are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Where did we leave off? Ah, yes. Our party made their way to the Copperberget mine, where they had been called upon to investigate a mysterious cave and protect the researchers as they did so. Upon entering the mines, they were set upon by a trio of giant centipedes. Proving their worth and earning their keep, the party were able to vanquish the beasts, and now stand on the precipice of the discovery of a lifetime.
So,
What?
Sam, about that hat.
What about my hat?
You said you had a story.
Oh, my hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice hat.
It
I
is
want
a
to
nice
say
hat.
it is a
Does
beautiful
anyone
hat.
have a name for this kind of hat? I always call it like a newsboy cap.
That's what I
That's
thought
what
the
I was
name
thinking.
was.
Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
I thought.
I don't know.
I feel like I
newsy
need some
cap.
soot on my
I'll do some
cheeks.
Googling.
I'm
when
not
I
sure
wear
what
it.
it's called, actually, now that you say it.
But anyway, no, I got it when I was in high school because I went to JCPenney's with my family, and they said, "Hey, that looks really good on you." And I said, "Sure." And then I proceeded to never wear it. It felt a little weird. It felt almost pretentious or hipstery to wear this kind of hat. And so I never wore it. And then recently I have this really nice coat with a scarf that I really like. And I got these new glasses. And so I decided to wear it. And it looked really good with the coat. And I realized it just looked better with these glasses.
Dude, it looked, your octagon glasses like totally set off that look.
So, from what
completes it.
I don't know the actual name, but everything is saying newsboy's cap, chap's cap, old time, newsboy. So I think
And
that's
then,
right.
So then I went to the store that I go to get stuff. And a worker there complimented my hat. And then I was like, oh, cool. I can wear this hat now.
As long as you have
socially
validation.
approved, we are good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stranger approved.
Yes, I got a positive compliment from someone that wasn't my wife or family, so it was good.
Because they have to like it.
I remember making a joke about it at work, and I was like, well, I actually do enjoy that
They
hat.
called me a Boston cabbie.
Yeah.
Boston cabbie. Oh, I can't do Boston accents.
Then why'd you try, Sven?
I don't know.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
we don't want that in there.
It's
It's going to offend all the Bostonians.
What people in Boston don't listen to this?
It's true. It's an entire city.
We release it everywhere except for Boston.
If you look at our statistics, Boston is just blacked out.
If you are living in Boston, you are not listening to the show. What are you doing with your life?
Right?
That means
Well, I mean, they can't.
if
We
it's
don't
blacked
release
out,
in
that means
Boston.
everybody in Boston is listening to it. Every single person. Man, woman, and child,
So-
and their dog.
So funny story about Boston. Through college, my other nickname was Boston.
What?
Wait,
I've
Who
never
called
heard
you
you called
that?
Boston.
It was okay. It was the CJ group. All right.
Oh, okay. Whole
Stop
nother
having
group.
separate friend groups.
Sorry. All right. Anyway, no. The reason being is it was during it was one of the games, and it was the Cardinals versus the Red Sox.
Nice.
And I don't root for the Cardinals, so I said I was rooting for the Red Sox, and so my
It is a
name
nice
suddenly
color
became
socks.
Boston.
Dude,
Right.
when I was growing up, Red Sox was my team. When I liked baseball for a little while, I rooted for the Red Sox. I loved them. They were great.
Yeah, but considering where we are, not liking the Cardinals is heresy.
That's true. Yes. Or the Royals. You can like the Royals.
I love the
We're
Royals.
close
I know
to the
nothing
Royals.
about sports.
Yeah, they started talking about teams, and I kind of blanked out. What are we doing?
It's sports ball.
Oh, geez. I was just reminded about a sports-related thing.
I literally gave something to Jordy to start the
Oh,
game,
this-
and you
we were
took
trying
it.
so hard.
This is actually important. But I'll try to remember for our first break. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause. So it's actually something I have to ask the group,
Oh my.
but not recorded.
I can't set you up again, Jordy. I'm sorry.
I'm
With
sorry.
that beautiful segue in hand, let's go ahead and jump into episode 4. So you guys have just come into this sealed off vault of a cave with oversized furniture and items, and all of the walls are covered with runic writing unfamiliar to everyone except for Uver. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you. This was your job to come here and investigate after all. What would you like to do first?
So the first thing that I would like to do is take my staff on my back, which is approximately about 7 feet tall, and start measuring everything. And it has like little chick marks on it for every inch and half inch.
Gotcha. So Alward's just going around and just taking measurements of
Yeah.
everything. And are you recording these anywhere or just in your brain?
Yeah, no, I'm pulling out a little tiny book and just like writing it down, and like if I have time, I'm gonna start pulling out my scale and like start measuring all the like rubble and stuff around the room.
Gotcha.
I got a question.
Yes.
Are these runes? Are they what I think they are? They similar to what I think they are?
Sven, these runes are exactly what you think they are. If you're thinking they are what I think you're thinking they are.
Okay, Uver's just gonna walk into the room, and you're just gonna see him pause, and just kind of look around. And says, "This is it. This is what I've been looking for. This is. Oh my goodness, I've never. This. Oh, and you see him. He rips off his gloves and pulls up his shirt, and on his arms you see these scars, and they're the same style of runes. And he pulls off his other glove and he says, "This is the things I've been looking for, the questions I have spent my whole life trying to find out, and they're in such pristine condition. I have never seen them in this. What is this place? I must write this. I have to write this down. I must cut." And he immediately goes over to a wall, pulls out a book and a quill, and just starts scribbling down each of the runes, trying to copy them exactly correctly, all the while muttering like, "This is why I was here. This is why he said that my skills would be what I need to be here."
Sven, which wall are you going up to write these down?
I'm going to go to the south wall first.
Okay.
While Uvel
Uvel.
is fangirling over these runes, I'm looking his direction, just going, well, I guess his tattoo artist gets around, and I'm gonna start going up towards the large statue gourd thing.
Okay. So as you're heading up there, let's see.
I'm not
We've
gonna
got
touch anything.
Hamir and Neros, what are you two up to?
Okay. So I think Hamir is going to go pick up some of the shatterings from the vases, and then he's gonna go over and see if he can't get up on that table so he can see what's up there.
Gotcha. So it's going to be a bit of a trick to climb up there, but if you like do chair first and then to table, it's not going to be too bad. The table itself is probably like table surface is like 5 feet off the ground, so it's not like it's sky high, but it would be a difficult climb from the ground.
Right. It'll just be easier with the chair.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds fine. I'll hop up on the chair onto the table.
So how big are these vases now that I've measured them?
6 feet tall on average, but they vary in size.
All right, I'm gonna then go over and measure the table and the chair.
So then we'll know exactly that the table is 5 feet and 3 inches tall from the ground.
Once Hamir gets up there, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, toss down things. I want to weigh them."
You can get up here yourself if you want things.
No, toss them down, please.
Now.
While this is happening, what is Neros up to?
I think Neros is trying to figure out what these buffoons are talking about. And then... Who is that in the top right-hand corner?
Zephyr, heading off towards the north side of the bean.
Okay, cool.
This cave, for the listeners, is bean-shaped. I'm glad you all appreciated my bean-shaped cave.
It's a kidney bean.
It kind of looks like a chicken now with a really big butt and no head.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you look at it the other way.
Yeah.
It's a nesting chicken.
I'm gonna go bother Zephyr.
All right.
I don't approve.
So Neros and Zephyr, as you're walking up to the northern side of the bean, there's a little step up in the ground. It's like probably about knee high where the stone goes up, leading towards this statue of a creature of some sort. As I'd mentioned earlier, it's got its hands over its face, so you can't really see what all's going on in the face, but there's like a gourd-shaped nose coming out under the hands. And on the ground in front of this statue is an ornate helmet. before you have any time to interact or react to any of this, would you both roll me a will save?
Oh.
First roll.
Of the day.
Of the whole campaign.
The entire campaign.
Of the
We've never
year.
rolled before.
Yeah, we never got into combat.
What's my?
Not even once.
This is the first episode, right?
Not bad.
That's really not bad. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's worse than I thought, but it's better than okay.
So it's average.
Sorry, I thought I rolled a 19, but it's a 10. The shiny sides. So 15 for me.
Okay. And Neros?
It's a 20.
Ooh.
Not natural.
Aw.
Neros, as you're running up behind Zephyr, you kind of feel just like a twinge of something, you know, like that feeling where like you've got like a bit of emotion going, but you don't know what it is at first. And it's just, you kind of feel it in your chest, but then it kind of dissipates. And as you catch up to Zephyr, you notice he's standing there just kind of still, and like a tear is rolling down his cheek. And Zephyr, you are just overcome with just sorrow. At what? Why? You don't know, but you just feel really upset.
I pay no attention to Nero coming near. Oh. And I'm just... Okay, am I immobilized? Like, I may be very sad, but am I
not
just...
immobilized. I would imagine you'd probably like halt or hesitate or something just with this wave of emotion. But as soon as you like recognize that emotion, it's been like a second and you're in full control of yourself. You're just very upset.
I fall to my knees and okay. This is not exactly the sadness that you're playing out, but you said that the stone was knee high. I'm 4 foot tall, so is that really knee high?
Maybe knee high to a grasshopper.
Maybe waist high for you.
Waist high. Okay. I'm going to walk up to the stone and kind of just lean on it with my eyes just kind of focusing on the step itself. Just not entirely sure what to do. But again, I'm not paying any attention to Nero.
He's just a sad boy.
I am a sad boy. I don't know why.
First of all, you're saying her name wrong.
Neros?
It's not
It's
Nero like
Neros.
the emperor. It's
Yeah,
Neros.
I'm sorry. I have you written down as Nero.
Wait, we have a
from
Roman
the
emperor and a god
Matrix.
of some sort.
No, it's Neros, like Nirros.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at my will save, not my character list. Hey, I called him Uval.
Oval.
And him's Howard.
It's Alward.
I don't have a name for you yet. Sorry, Sam.
That's
Ymir.
fine.
Keep it that way.
My name's just Amy.
Okay, so Zephyr and Neros have walked up to the statue. Neros had like a brief moment of like emotion of some kind that she couldn't quite place, but she quickly pushed it away. Zephyr is being like overcome with sadness and is like kneeling and leaning against the step that's leading up to the statue.
Crying, I should add. It's
Uh,
kind of a soft, dry sob.
A soft
But
dress.
it's not dry. You said you're crying.
No, it's like when you dry heave, but with tears.
But there are tears coming out.
No,
It's
no.
dry in the sense of like a good like red wine that's dry.
Oh, so it's very alcoholic tasting.
It's astringent.
Ah.
Very alcoholic
He
sadness.
cries wine.
I cry Everclear.
Quick,
My
lick his
Oh,
face.
God. No one licked that.
Lick his face.
I'm just sitting at.
Anyway.
You good?
I'm good. I'm just enjoying the new things we're learning about fetchling physiology.
It's a good hearty laugh from everybody.
While Zephyr is crying next to the statue, Neros is going to walk up and just be like, "You good, buddy?"
I don't know what's come over me.
Can you breathe? Are you
I can breathe, yes.
all right? Just you're not alone. I also felt a wave of something weird, but I don't know what it was.
Can you take a closer look at the statue? I don't think I'm in any condition.
Yeah.
Let me know if it says anything, but try not to touch it. The helmet on the front looks very interesting.
All right, noted.
And as Neros takes a closer look at the statue, we're going to shift focus away back to Uber, who's been making notes. Uber.
Nerd.
What?
What?
I think I got it. He called you a nerd.
Anyway.
Uber, would you make me a society check?
Absolutely. Let's see how this goes. That's a nat 1.
Oh! You've seen these before, but unfortunately, you don't read it.
You fail.
Sven,
It's a 5.
you're taking excellent notes.
Thank you.
You're filling pages. It's great.
Great.
What are the two of you over at the table up to?
So since No. You go.
Okay. Hamir is shuffling through the papers, and what all's up here exactly?
So you find some really old, like, mildewy, damaged papers from over time. From the best of your ability to kind of compare across, it seems like most of the writing on the table does use the same, like, runic script that's engraved all over the walls. But most of the paper has decayed to the point where it's, like, illegible. Like, trying to figure out which runes are what, it's almost impossible. However, you do find one piece of paper that's, like, rolled up and sealed, like a scroll of some kind.
Oh.
That does seem to be in more familiar script.
Does it have like a wax seal?
It does. It's a simple wax seal with, like, no designs, but it's, like, designed to hold it all together.
Is there what's on the seal? Is there like a symbol or like a crest or anything?
I hadn't thought about that.
Either way, I'm gonna toss it down to Alward.
Yeah, it's a design, but it doesn't seem important.
Is there a big quill?
Yes, there is a full-on, like, eagle feather turned into a quill.
Oh, sweet. I'll take that. And I'm going to take some crumpled up paper.
Okay.
And then I'm tossing the scroll down to Alward.
Alward,
catch.
you receive a scroll.
Careful.
Aside from the other papers and the other set dressing, I suppose, in this room, the scroll seems to be normal-sized to you.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna. Does it look? You said it looked kind of fragile. Can I open it to, like, read it?
The scroll, it seems fine.
And can
the
I
other
tell-
papers are in bad condition.
Can I tell what language it's in without opening it?
No, it
'Cause
is
you
rolled up.
You said that the script seems familiar, so I thought maybe.
I had assumed it was unrolled.
Oh well, I will
fact-
unroll it.
When you unroll it, you find out that it is a spell scroll.
Ew.
Oh, cool.
For what?
For future reference, I've been thinking about how I want to do identifying magic items, because there can be some fun in rolling and not knowing at first.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking we'll do is during downtime, and that counts camping at the end of the day, or just like a significant period of time where you're not doing anything, then I'll just have it be like, if you're comparable, if you're trained comparable to the level of the item, then you can just know what it is. But like I'll also be like, if you don't want to wait, you can roll to see if you know what it is right now.
I think I will. I think Alwood's gonna go ahead and roll for it now, and depending on what I get on the roll will depend on what I do next.
Okay, go ahead and roll occultism on that.
10.
Hamir's going to hop down on the chair, thinking he got everything he's going to get from up there. He hops down the chair, then hops down next to Alward. It's like, let me take a look.
I just hand.
No, he
you-
doesn't say that. He just
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the scroll. You snatch
he
it.
just looks at it. Occultism? Natural 20.
Oh.
Huh.
So with a natural 20, you know that this is a scroll of command.
Cool. So Hamir grabs it from Alward. It's like, I thought you're supposed to be the one who knows things.
Oh, and as I'm stuttering, Alward's just gonna walk over to Uver and start taking. He pulls out a different journal, and he's gonna start taking notes as well on the language, on the runes.
This is most fascinating. These are the most pristine examples I've seen of this particular script. I only wish I could understand it.
Alward, as you walk up to Uver, you kind of look over his shoulder, and as you're looking at the notes he's taking, we're going to shift our focus back over to Zephyr and Neros. As Neros, you're investigating this statue.
You said there's an ornate helmet.
Mhm.
Like, what is it, like on the ground?
Sitting on the ground facing the statue.
Facing the statue. Okay.
Do what you want.
Anyway, I'm just gonna walk up to the helmet, see if it like looks looks familiar, or if I've seen like a design like that before somewhere.
Make a society check.
17.
I'm not quite sure. It does look more of like a northern design. You know, it's not like something you'd find in Lower Avestan or any of the other regions you've experienced. You would have reason to assume it's from around here, but it's definitely got its own eccentricities about the design. It's got like, so it's a bucket helmet in its design, but like the front has like a plate to it of like spines coming out in the design that looks almost like a bird.
What kind of bird?
That with a 17? No.
I don't know what kind of bird it is.
That would be a nature check.
No, it looks kind of like
An albatross.
not an albatross, more crane-like.
A swallow.
Yes, because a crane and a swallow are the same thing.
My brain
crane.
just wants to keep saying phoenix, but I'm trying to say peacock.
Not
It's
the same
highly
thing.
stylized.
Like a peacock from the ashes. At this point, Zephyr is going to gonna walk up and just.
Have you discovered anything?
I mean, not much. I mean, you can see for yourself.
My eyes are a bit washed over.
Are you
One
still crying over there?
No, I don't think.
You don't know if you're crying or not?
It's all very wet.
What are you all crying about? Hamir is making his way to them. What's going on?
Wait, you're not emotional?
Hey, man,
I don't know. Let me roll.
Let me find out.
My will save's pretty good, so I'm sure I'll be
What did you roll?
a 13.
Hamir, you've felt this level of sorrow before, with what we both know about your backstory. But unlike all of those levels of sorrow that you've experienced in the past, this one is unusual because you don't know what you're upset about.
Oh, wait, is this a curse? I have curse lore.
Do your research, Jordy.
Let
Know
it
what
be.
we know.
Let
I'm
it be
pretty
known
sure I
this
get
is the
a
third
bonus to
question
curse.
we've asked.
I would
to
say
stump
this
the GM.
qualifies as a curse.
Let me check, because I might get a... Oh, wait, hold on.
No.
When I failed that save, and I start having that realization, I quickly with my finger trace a ward, and I use my reaction from my background to try again.
That is
Assuming
so
it's
cool.
a magical effect.
That is awesome.
I have warding sign. I can attempt. I also get can try again, and I get a +2, and I don't know if that's enough there.
So as you walk up, you just start feeling this wave of sadness, and you just like, you feel the sorrow overwhelming you, but you also have that familiar sense of just like negative magical energy, and you quickly trace that warding sign, and that feeling dissipates, and you regain control over yourself.
Would I be able to use esoterica lore or curse lore to try and figure out what this is?
Go ahead and roll curse lore.
Okay. So Hamir walks up, and he kind of takes a second, traces that, and then he's kind of looking for a second without really responding to anyone. Natural 20, 23.
Nice.
What in the world?
I love it.
He's using his special dice.
So
Loaded dice.
They're Starfighter dice. They're fine.
TM.
They're from Paizo themselves.
TM.
So with a natural 20 on that curse lore check, you are confident that this effect is coming from the writing on the walls.
Cool.
But You don't know why it's doing this, like what produced it, what brought it there. You almost get the sense that having this specialized lore was the only reason you were able to roll.
Oh, okay. How are they etched on to the walls?
Trying to figure out how much you'd be able to see from this context.
I guess I don't know how close I am to a wall.
Oh, you're reasonably close. I would say chiseled in.
Chiseled in. Okay,
Yeah.
so I probably couldn't mess with that.
You'd need specialized tools.
I don't have that.
I want to say that Uver is walking along the wall as he's copying and filling page after page after page in a very practiced script, actually. How far would I have gotten if I've been doing that?
Hold on, we're doing that, and then we'll cut back over to you guys because there is something that's going to happen when we cut back over.
Be patient, my man.
Anyway,
He's just excited.
after Hamir kind of identifies that, takes a look at it, he walks over and hits Zephyr on the back of his head, and it's like, snap out of that. We have things we gotta do.
It's not like I'm doing it on purpose.
What is this? And then he picks up the helmet.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
I was
It-
literally
'cause it didn't
staring
seem-
daggers
well,
at Abby.
It
for,
didn't seem like it had anything to do with the curse that we just happened to affect us.
Good point.
I'm going to need all of you
Okay.
to breathe a heavy sigh of relief as nothing happens.
Okay. I was like, what kind of save do I have to make? Do I have to roll
what
initiative?
This is a perception check. What are we doing?
Reflex.
So you could just feel like the tension in the room just suddenly like build up as he's holding the helmet, and then just like nothing happens, and you're all just like, oh.
It looks like a bird.
Yeah, so it's like a bucket helm, and then there's like a plate of metal on the front of it that's in like a design of like a stylized bird.
Do we actually need to make a nature check on this bird?
No, it's that's why I mean stylized is like you can tell it's
just
a bird, but like what kind of bird, what bird is it meant to emulate? You don't know. It's a
chicken.
symbol of a bird.
I may not know what this is, but I know its bones are quite hollow.
You get the sense that with sufficient reference material, you might be able to figure out what it's supposed to be, but it's the stylized nature of the image makes it like not recognizable.
It's a silly
You would have to
goose.
know what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. I'll put it in my
I
bag.
feel like we're focusing a little too hard on the bird.
Yeah.
Probably.
This is what happens.
Do you think he's upset that his hat fell off?
Who?
Is that why his hands are over his eyes?
I don't think that thing was wearing this helmet.
The creature statue thing in front of you, this figure, its gourd-like nose is the size of the helmet. Like it
Oh,
might be
jeez.
able to fit the helmet on its
The
nose.
helmet fell off of his nose.
Why are
so
you here?
Has anybody
Sneeze.
seen the Dark Crystal?
Yes, I love the
No.
Dark Crystal.
Okay, you know the
No.
mystics, like the good creatures at the beginning.
Yes. The
It kinda
opposites of
looks
the
like that.
Skeksis.
Okay, so
Okay.
apparently Sam and I are the only
got
ones who
it.
got that right.
I don't even know what that is.
You all are fools to have not seen the Jim Henson's Dark Crystal.
Homework for the day. Go home. Watch the
It
Dark
also has a Netflix TV show prequel. It's really good.
Oh,
And I haven't finished it. It's been out for years. Did you find anything useful over here?
I mean, no. I was just staring at the helmet, trying to figure out what it was.
It's a helmet.
Apparently
Yeah,
it didn't
no.
come from the statue.
Yes.
Well, that's what I found out. I'm still clearing my eyes.
I mean, I don't know anything.
Great.
And
By the
as
way-
the three of you are sitting in ignorant confusion,
Has the sadness gone away?
it's subsided. You still
Okay.
feel unhappy, but it's more of like a lingering just feeling of malcontent.
Okay, I know that feeling.
Don't we all?
Ouch.
And as the three of you are all kind of trying to figure out what you're looking at, what is with this helmet, what's going on over here, we're going to shift our attention back over to the two nerds
Nerd squad.
as Uver is working his way down the wall, transcribing into his book, and Alward comes up behind him and kind of looks over his shoulder at the book. Alward, the notes he's making has nothing to do with the runes on the wall. It's just scribblings.
I'm good. Whenever I try to write in my journal, is it the same, or do I actually write something?
Make a society check.
Ooh.
So, for those of you at home, I have a curse whenever I make a character to do a specific thing. In this case, it's society and languages. And I'm rolled to do a society check or whatever it may be. I rolled an at 1.
No.
Yours are fine. Yours are fine. Uver's having trouble. He's making chicken scratch, but your notes are great.
So I'm gonna. I'm going to.
confused.
I'm gonna look at Uver and point out his notes. But like, can you explain that one to me and show him my notes and be like, because this is what I have, but I don't understand yours.
Uver, your notes are great, but his are just chicken scratch.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Like it is. I am obviously trans. What are you writing?
I don't. What are you writing?
What do you mean? What I'm writing? Obviously, I am transcribing what is on the wall.
No, well, that's what I'm doing, but yours is just scribbles.
Is this a different language? Like, are you transcribing the runes into a different language?
No, why would I do that? I don't even know this language.
But I do not understand what you're putting on.
Well,
the
I'm
paper.
transcribing it so I could learn it. I don't know what you're putting on your paper.
Wait, you don't see what I am. You do not see the runes on the wall that I am transcribing.
No, Okay, so that right there, that line, that looks like a bad drawing of a T-Rex.
Love it.
Pardon me. But I mean, it's T-Rex. But what you're putting out is like a 5-year-old that's trying to write hieroglyphics. Like, I don't understand.
I don't even know where to go from there.
As the two of you are insulting each other's notes
In a professional manner.
in a professional manner, you hear from the entrance to this cave that you're in, Salazar the wizard just shouting in, "I say, is everything all right? Can we come in?"
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Hold on. The room's enchanted by some sort of magical curse.
It's enchanted?
I mean,
The
unless you
runes
want
on the
cry,
wall.
You can
Can
come
I
in.
please come in to see the enchanted room?
Do you want to cry, Salazar?
Salazar, please come here. Look at this.
No.
Settle this debate, Salazar.
No,
Come here,
stop.
please.
Stop now. Nobody come in here.
Salazar is like stepping in, then stepping back, and stepping in.
Wait, why don't we just go to...
Salazar, if you come in
Let's
here,
go
I'm
to
going to
Salazar.
break your foot.
I'm going to point a message to him to go,
Stay out.
Wait until
Alward and Olvir are going to Salazar to show him our notes.
the runes on the wall of this place are enchanting us or cursing us in some way. We can't let the others in here until we figured out that that's safe.
Can we interact with them?
I don't know.
Okay, so
just want to show
we
maybe.
have a... We
I
have
would
a
like-
You
professional
guys
debate.
are the scholarly type.
I would like to interject with something that your characters, being in the world, would be well aware of, that may be slipping attention, possibly because you're not in the room. Uver and Alward were far closer to the runes on the south side of the room than the three of you were before you were affected on the north
Yeah,
side.
I was wondering about that. That's why when you said the runes on the wall, I was like, I don't think he's right, even though you're the GM
Well-
and make the rules of this world.
Well, we don't know what runes are doing what. We shouldn't have them come in here while it's not safe.
Well, I don't... well, I
I just want to show him what's
yeah,
on the notes.
we're having a professional
Obviously,
disagreement.
I think his notes are incorrect. I think he's completely mistranscribing.
He's drawing pictures of extinct animals.
And you're writing baby photos. I don't understand.
I'm
Why
going
are
to
you
jump
two-
off of the stone and just start looking around. Can I see any evidence of any... what were the things that were supposed to be in here?
Stuff. So when the side of the wall was broken into, the way that you came into this cavern, the miners who broke in were like, there's giant stuff in here, there's writing on the walls, we're not going in, we're calling in experts.
Oh, I thought there was like a an infestation of
There are
something
Duragar, which are evil dwarves, in the area.
in the area, so they're
Down
not
different
necessarily
different
here.
tunnels.
In fact, at the junction where you turned right to enter this cavern, if you turned left, there's a board crossing off the pathway that says "Caution, Duragar ahead."
Okay, so there's no evidence that the Duragar have been in here?
No, in fact, it looks like there hasn't been anyone here for a long, long time.
Okay.
Well, those two are going over to Salazar. Can I try to identify the statue? What the creature is?
It's Gonzo.
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
Nature. Can I make esoterica?
You can you have that I forget how this works from the playtest. Esoteric lore can be used to identify any creature, right?
No, I don't. That's a feat.
Okay.
I don't have that feat.
Okay. Then it would be nature lore.
Okay.
Or nature.
There is a feat that lets you do that, and I did not take it. I am considering taking it, but I have not currently taken it. Nature.
Mhm.
I cannot describe how much I'm jealous of you right now.
21.
Oh my goodness.
It's a 17 on the die.
Golly, mate.
I don't know if that's enough, but
You don't know.
I don't know.
Ooh.
All right.
In fact, you get the sense that it might be like Fey adjacent with just some of like the eccentricities of the anatomy and stuff, but that's the best you got.
Okay. Is there anything behind the statue, or is it just like a kind of like a curve around it?
No, nothing behind it.
Okay.
But as you're investigating the statue in detail, our two nerds are bringing their different inscriptions and transcriptions up to Salazar, who rapidly looks between the two of them and is just like, both of you need to go back to school and learn how to write.
He's crazy, right?
That cannot be. Hold on. I have a thing. Salazar. Look at my arm. Look, do you see my arm? Does this not match what you see out there on the walls? What
I
you can
can't see in there. I was told to stay out here.
But does it match what I'm putting on my transcriptions?
No, whatever you've done on your arm, that is artistic runic inscriptions. But on this paper, I agree. Dinosaurs.
Hold on. hold on. And he flips over to a blank page and he starts transcribing the runes that are on his arm onto the page.
It comes out nicely.
Well then hold still, and I like pull your sleeve up as far as it can go to where I can see all the runes. I pull my book out, which is now blank, and I start writing the runes in it.
Society check.
That's better. 21.
So as you go to write the runes, you're transcribing them down, copying them off of Uber's arm. And as you're going back and forth, you're making good time, you're making good notes. And then you start looking back over your own writing and you realize you were really in the zone. You're paying attention to all the little details. And then looking back over what you wrote, you realize you're making chicken scratch.
Howard's just going to quietly go back into the room and start finding other things I can measure and or weigh out of anger.
So there's a sense that you get that I feel like might help you get across like the sort of the feel that you have for doing this, of like, you know, when you're doing like late night cramming study sessions and you're like reading through something and you're making notes and then you look back over what you did and you're like, I just need to go to bed. That's the same feeling you get right now. Although you feel like your mind is sharp and acute, it's like the notes just are not keeping up with you.
So I'm not tired. It's just okay.
I look. Uver looks at your notes in kind of confusion.
What are you doing? What happened?
Again, I slammed my book shut and walked into the room and tried to find something to measure and weigh out of anger.
Salazar, you try. You can see. Yes, can you perhaps transcribe what you see?
Well, this is most irregular, but all right. And he takes out a book and starts transcribing. As he does so, the three of our group who are still over by the statue, Zephyr, Neros, and Hamir, what are you three up to?
Are you done crying yet, Zephyr?
Yes, I'm done crying. I'm surprised none of the rest of you are having trouble with this.
Well, it's just that you're cursed, and you just aren't willful enough to stop.
Then what are you blaming me for? It's not my fault. I didn't have any control over it.
I understand.
No, you don't.
You know,
were just
sometimes, Jaime, you just need a good cry.
we practice self-care at this table.
I've seen plenty of men cry.
I am not a man.
Then what are you?
I am
You're
a
a-
shadow.
You're a child.
And from there, I remove my hood, and you can see that it reveals that I have long silver hair, since you don't actually know what my face looks like. And on close inspection, it's actually hard to see the individual strands. It's almost like a blur. I am in my mid-20s, you can tell. I have a thin, pale face, but is contrasted with my deep red eyes that look with great intensity. I have short white whiskers, which I completely forgot that I said, on my chin and jawline up to my ears, and you can tell that I'm a fetchling.
Oh, what? You're a fetchling?
You can tell,
I know.
because she's also one.
Yeah.
For those of our listeners who might not be familiar with Galarian lore, what is a fetchling?
I don't know, look it up.
Like you just
What am
threw
I
a
supposed to
hardball
say?
at Petite there.
Why don't you just get on Archives of Nethys?
We could ask the
I
other
know.
fetchling in the room.
I know.
Or you could buy
Stop
the
throwing-
Pathfinder
They-
book.
Yeah, buy the book.
Go buy a book, but in the meantime,
Go buy a book. Why don't you read something? Fetchlings' ancestors escaped to the Shadow Realm, and they spent a lot of time in the Shadow Realm.
I'm gonna banish you to the shadow realm.
No, they escaped to the Shadow Realm.
Escape.
They spent a lot of time there, and then it changed their physiology.
I'm
And
making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
I
Abby.
don't know
If
that.
it makes you feel better, it's the shadow plane.
I know it's the shadow plane. That's why I was making
Shadow Plane, sorry.
It is a realm.
No, you're fine.
Realm,
It is a
plane,
realm.
Planes,
whatever.
realms are the same thing.
The theme difference.
Pretty much.
It has shadows.
Anyway,
I mean, a plane is a two-dimensional surface.
that's what
so
it is.
A realm is. Anyway. So you now know what I look like, and my red eyes are just kind of peering into yours.
Upon him disrobing a bit,
Can you even see me from where you are?
well, Alward's gonna come up and just silently start measuring the statue with his staff.
Make a will save.
correctamendo. I'll need an Alward will save.
Fail. Fail.
Hopefully
fail,
I don't
fail,
suck.
fail, fail,
Traditional
fail, fail.
outward.
Nat one. Sorry if I peeked.
Ooh,
No!
does critical
He
failing
just-
do something?
Woo!
He just collapses to the floor and starts wailing.
Just sobbing.
Alward, like we've described before, as you approach the alcove here with the statue, you just start becoming overwhelmed with sadness and sorrow. But unlike what we've touched on before, you get more of a sense of regret involved in that. Like, whatever you're upset about, you feel like you're responsible.
So Alward just starts breaking down and crying and just he's sobbing about the fact that he can't write down the runes because that's what's most on his mind recently, and he's basically just like, I'm such a failure. I can't even. I call myself a translator. Yeah.
Seeing him do that, Hamir kind of looks off to the side towards no one, says, fine, and then walks over and grabs you by the back of your shirt and just starts pulling you away from it.
Just like the very defeated. Just.
I
you
told you I can't control it.
Yes, apparently none of you can control yourselves.
Except
That's
for
understandable.
Neros.
Or have any protections to control yourselves. You think your father would be happy with you just walking willy-nilly into anything, into danger? You're going to just...
So I can't control myself. Did I break down in tears?
No, you were fine. You
Thank
can.
you.
I said you could control yourself. I was
No, you
referring,
referenced everyone. I
I-
just want to point that out.
I was just referring to the two.
Whatever.
You're fine.
You said everyone.
So as all
You
of that
did.
is happening, I want to check in with Uver. Are you still talking with Salazar, or you've made your way back in, you're looking at runes again?
I want to see what Salazar transcribed.
So you're bringing Salazar in?
No. He,
Oh, okay.
he was transcribing off my
Oh,
own.
that's right. That's where we left off.
Yeah.
So he's writing, and you're watching, and it's chicken scratch. And he is like, see, it's fine. I've transcribed your scarification. I apologize if that's insensitive.
Look, I don't care, but that is nothing different from... And I show him my own transcriptions.
My dear boy, there is quite a world of difference between, and as he's talking, something comes whirring out of the darkness past his head and smashes into the wall next to you. And that's where we're going to stop this episode.
I vote Sven for the hero
Sorry.
point, by the way. He had that amazing, like,
I agree.
freak out about the thing.
All right, so Sven, you've received the hero point for this episode. What does it do?
Well, I decided to choose a last-second sidestep. Play when you are targeted by a ranged strike. The strike automatically misses. Oh, well, thank you, everyone, for this hero point. I am flattered and humbled. I guess I gotta go watch what was it, Dark Crystal now?
Do your homework, and we'll see you all in the next episode. This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. Pathfinder, Galarian, and the Lost Omens world setting are copyright of Paizo. More information at paizo.com. Music in the show is from Monument Studios' collection, as well as assorted artists with some original tracks composed by Jordy Hake. More details in the description. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.
When you were like, I'm going to go lean on the statue with my eyes.
I was just imagining the eye like poking out and leaning.
We had the same thought.
Hey.
I'm going to lean on the statue with my eyes.
Just wait till my second level comes up. I have extendo eyes.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Bender. I'm Zephyr.
Tentacular eyes.
So many notifications on your phone.
I was thinking the same. When you pulled up your phone to look at something, I
your
looked at
notifications. Multiple like pages.
Pinterest, YouTube.
Why don't you
Pinterest,
swipe them away?
Turn them off!
Device notifications, Pinterest, Sudoku app, Webtoons,
Oh, the JoJo thing.
Reddit, game,
Why don't you
check in your weekly report, Gmail, Domino's, email.
Before everybody leaves,
Webtoons.
I'd like to share with you
Turn off